welcome to the Scotia Ripple Effect. Tyrese Joseph, welcome to the Scotia Ripple Effect.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much for joining me here today. How are you feeling?
I'm great, and you?
I'm good as well.
Lovely.
I'm gonna get right into it.
No problem.
You are one of the 10 undergraduate students to receive the Scotiabank UE scholarship. So you received $10,000 for 2 consecutive years. So that's 20,000.
Yep.
You maintained a GPA of at least 3.0. I'm sure it was higher than that. How are you feeling? How do you feel about that?
I feel great actually because it shows that my hard work was for nothing actually. You know? Because some persons, they would disregard their GPA and they would just be a pass. You know. So I realized that there is a point in actually trying to strive for a higher grade or whatnot.
Yeah, correct. And what did you study in UE?
I study accounting.
Right, and you recently graduated, correct?
Graduated in October.
How do you describe your UE experience?
My UE experience, it wasn't too bad, but my only complaint about UE is the fact that there's a lot of walking in UE.
That's so true. At least you know you're getting cardio up,
Yeah.
one way or another.
My UE experience, it was good actually. I didn't partake in many curricular activities or whatnot because I feel as though if I participated in any curriculars, I would have gotten distracted.
So what really motivates you to keep going besides just doing the academics? Like, what do you do for fun besides schoolwork all the time?
Well, for fun, I mainly just go to the gym sometimes. So yeah, fun is my gym days and playing video games.
Yeah, and that helps you decompress, relax, take your brain off of studying. Yeah, I completely understand that because I myself, I dance, so I know what it's like to just be studying and going all the time, especially with UE. You really don't get a rest at all. You really get no break.
Really?
And yeah, so you said you're graduating. What would you say to someone who's currently doing the undergrad, like me, maybe in their first year, second year, just starting, thinking about going to UE, about how they could maybe get a scholarship like this or just really survive UE?
I would say just push through because I try not to take on a lot of stress, and UE, it was stressful because I remember the first year in UE, I was stressed with the signing up process and then the midterms as well because you need a specific amount to pass and whatnot. And coming from secondary school, it was SBAs, but this time you needed to pass midterms, and it's like midterms are 40% of your marks. So if you fail, it's kind of difficult to achieve that pass. So I would say that just push, don't slack off, because there will be times, trust and believe, that you want to hang out in UE, going SAC, if you know what SAC.
Correct.
And so I would just say just make sure that have a balance between what you want to do and what you need to do. So.
Yeah, I think that's definitely a big jump from secondary school. I know for myself, registration for my courses every semester was always a struggle because the first time I had to do that, I was like, what, you make me do so many things for? And then the same thing you said with midterms and finals, it was like, oh, I actually have to lock in and do this properly. Like, I said 40% on the show. Yeah. It was crazy. But what inspires you to continue pushing through?
Honestly, well, not gonna lie, I'm low-key in competition with my sister.
Right.
I'm not gonna lie. She doesn't know that, but I know that.
She's younger or older?
She's older. Older, and she's really smart. So she finished UE as well, and her GPA was 4.0 or something. So it was a really high threshold, but I still wanted to try. I know for sure I wasn't achieving that 4.0 GPA, but I still wanted to, try.
At least I had the mentality to reach there at some point. She's your only sibling?
No, I have a younger brother as well. He's in secondary school.
Yeah, so how does that dynamic work out? Do you think you help your younger brother or your older sister helps you? Like, how is that sibling relationship for you?
Well, my sibling relationship, my sister would try to help me when necessary. So, like, whenever I asked her how to sign up for UE, she would help me, guide me through that process at least. And if I need to email someone, she used to tell me who to email and whatnot. And my brother, well, I would try to be the best big brother that I could, but he's going through secondary school, so the emotions and whatnot. So, but let's try. As we try, I just look out for my brother. Yeah.
So these family really drives you and supports you, and is a big support system in your life, you'd say.
Yes, I would say that.
Yeah. And what is something that you want to impact? Like, how do you want to impact the world? Like, what do you think you're gonna do after you graduate? What is your goal? What is your plan?
Well, my plan right now, I need to get the ACC accreditation for accounting. So to become a chartered accountant, you know, in like other other countries and islands would see you as an accountant, because in UAE I believe that degree is just regional and whatnot, but if you become a chartered accountant you could, you know, go international and work internationally. So that's my next step, so to get the funds up to pay for ECC at least.
So you think this scholarship assisted you in achieving that?
Definitely, because well, as a UAE student you would get hungry, you would have things that you want to do anyway, and as not even as a student, at least as a man, you would say that you don't like to ask your parents for money. But that's just me. I don't like asking for anything. So when I got this scholarship, it gave me a level of independence. I don't have to ask mom, I could get 100, dad, I could get 100. So it just gave me a good level of independence, and I really enjoyed it. So I didn't have to ask for any gym money, because gym is quite expensive. So
I could imagine. Even with that student discount is like yeah. But you seem very driven and very independent in terms of working hard for yourself and being able to achieve your goals. Yeah, so that's very, very commendable. Yeah, I'm gonna switch gears a little bit. We're gonna go into a little rapid fire segment.
Okay.
So I'm gonna ask you some rapid fire questions. Just say the first thing that comes to your mind, right? Don't think too much. So, what is the biggest lesson that you learned through your school life?
Hard work.
What motivates you when you're having a really bad day?
To get through the week.
To get through the week, right? What's one skill that if you could learn right now, you would be very grateful to learn it?
Welding, honestly.
Welding?
Yeah.
Why is it welding?
Because my father is a welder. And I believe that welding, if you really look at it, it can have a lot of income to earn with the right people, at least. So if I learn welding, I believe that it can be a next source of income, apart from accounting.
Right. That's a good answer, actually. I never thought about it from that perspective. So, yeah. What is one song that you always have to have on your playlist?
Whoa. I would say Prince Swanee, No Looking Back. Yeah.
Right. Is there like a lyric in the song that you like specifically, or is it just the whole song?
There's specific parts in the song that I really like. It motivates me to push forward, at least.
Yeah. So you have like a gym playlist when you're working out? Like what kind of music you listen to in the gym?
Whoa. Well, there's a combination, honestly. It could be reggae, it could be dancehall, and it could be a little soft music sometimes.
It depends on the mood.
Yeah.
I understand. Alright, I'm gonna go into some would you rather questions now.
Okay, no problem.
So, would you rather travel the world for free or have your dream job waiting for you after you graduate?
Travel the world for free. Because I didn't leave Trinidad, so one of my goals is literally to just experience snow. You know, it's a little boy. It's a little boy answer, but it's my dream. So I just need to touch snow just once, so I'll be happy. So yeah. What about you?
I think I would also want to travel the world for free because I've always been interested in travel. I really want to go to Europe because I study French and Spanish.
Okay.
So I want to go to France, I want to go to Spain, and I just think if I take a year and travel the world, I'll just be
You
healed.
can take advantage.
Yeah, exactly. And for free as well. I mean, come on, you can't ask for anything more than that. Okay, would you rather earn $1 million or make $1 million impact?
Earn $1 million, easy.
That was fast. And what was the first thing you would do if you won $1 million?
I would buy a car.
Right.
Yeah. So because again.
Self-explanatory.
Yeah. But since I said walking in UAE, I have to walk a lot in UAE. I also have to walk a lot to get to everywhere.
Yeah.
And the sun, oh my gosh, the sun in Trinidad is
unforgiving. Especially in UAE, I feel like it have nowhere that have shade.
Really?
And even the places that have shade, it still be hot.
Yeah.
So.
And I have to walk with an umbrella in UAE sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, because it always rain. If it hot, it's hot, and then if it's not hot, it's raining and pouring. So you really can't escape it. Would you rather pull an all-nighter or wake up at 4 a.m. to study?
Pull an all-nighter or wake up at 4 a.m. to study? I'm pull an all-nighter.
Have you ever pulled an all-nighter?
Maybe once.
Really? In your whole UAE life, you only pull one all-nighter?
Yeah, I like my sleep. I love my sleep.
Sleep until you go to bed. What time you go to bed and wake up?
You talking about during exam times or on a normal?
Both.
Well, during exams, during exam time, if I'm studying, I would stop at like 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, depending on how severe the exam is, honestly. But on a normal day, maybe like 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock again, yeah, same thing. But just I'm doing different activities, play my game.
Right.
How about you?
Yeah. Me, during finals is a whole different story.
All-nighters.
The last final season, I probably pull
Oh
about
my
3,
God.
4. For each exam, I had to pull all-nighter. On a normal day, I mean, because I go to school and then I have my dance rehearsals after, I usually reach home at like 9, 10 o'clock.
Oh.
And then I'd probably be in bed by try to be in bed by 1.
Okay,
2.
okay.
But, it's had to wake up 7, 8 to reach the school for 9.
So you go all your classes?
Try to. Yes. For the sake of the podcast, yes. I try to. No, I really try. But it's really a lot because I do a double major. So it's,
Okay.
But try to get my sleep as much as possible. Okay, last one. Would you rather have free food on campus?
Free food.
Okay, but on campus though. Because that food on campus, I mean,
There's KFC.
you eat Subway and KFC every day.
Yep.
Right. Okay, this is the last one for you. Would you rather be remembered for your success or be remembered for how you helped others succeed?
There's the good answer and then there's the selfish answer.
Give me both.
The good answer would be remembered for helping others succeed. But then your personal answer would be how you impacted. Well, the first option. So I would say the first answer. I would say the first answer.
Why would you say the first answer then?
Because I know I would have worked hard for what I would have done, and I would have worked really hard because I'm not like a lazy person per se. So I would want others to know that. So
Yeah. So based off of that, last question I have for you: what ripple do you want to leave behind?
can you expand?
So if you drop a pebble in water, it leaves like a kind of ripple. So if you were that pebble, what impact would you want to leave? How would you want people to remember Tyrese Joseph?
I would want persons to remember me as a person who never stopped trying. As I said, I have a brother, and I know that he looks up to me. So I want my ripple effect for him to also try to push for what he actually wants. Don't just give up because other persons say that you can't achieve it. So that's my ripple effect.
That's really great, and you seem very hardworking, and I think I'm looking forward to seeing you go a lot of places in life. And if I ever need that content, I'll make sure to hit you.
No problem.
Yeah. What is that? No.
No problem.
Okay, no problem. Right.
No problem.
And I'm hoping I could get that 4.2 GPA just like you in my final year UE.
Well, honestly, I missed the first class honors just by this bit because first class honors is 3.6.
Yeah.
And I got 3.58.
I mean, that's still, oh gosh, that's still real good, though. That's still real good. So yeah, hoping to follow in those footsteps, and we'll definitely
I'm sure you will.
have a chat soon. Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Of course.